I'm proud. I'm damn proud because Dre and Big gave me an opportunity to change my life.
Absolutely, man. They're beautiful dudes. And what I'm hearing is Dre got an album coming.
Yeah. I think we fly out in a couple weeks to go listen to it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Andre 3000 got an album coming.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No,
he does.
He said he played them 9 tracks of stuff he already had.
Wow.
So that means Dre sitting on volumes of songs.
If Killer Mike is telling the truth, then we are in for a treat. You see, ever since Outkast split, people have been craving that Andre 3000 solo album, especially after he went on one of the greatest feature runs of all time, from Play's Anthem.
I typed a text to a girl I used to see, saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I want to be. And
to 16.
I fought my neighbor. I'm trying to hook my waves up. I'm trying to pull my grades up to get them saddle lace ups.
To Pink Matter.
Since you been gone, I've been having withdrawals. You were such a habit to call. I ain't myself at all, had to tell myself no.
To Life of the Party.
Hey, Miss Donda, you running to my mama, please tell her I said say something. I'm starting to believe ain't no such thing as heaven's trumpets.
It's safe to say the man has went on an absolute tear, and with the catalogue of Outkast behind him, he's recognised as one of the most creative and greatest musicians of the last 30 years.
My mind warps and bends, floats the wind, count to 10, meet the twin, Andre Ben, welcome to the Lion's Den.
And even though we technically got an Andre 3000 solo album with The Love Below,
To get your pants was a mission impossible. We were both the same age, but I suppose wasn't on the same page, but in
which was an amazing piece of work, people have still been so excited to see how a full work of solo material with his own creative direction would turn out. It's possibly the most anticipated album in all of hip hop at the moment. But I have one thing to say. You will be disappointed by an Andre 3000 album. But he's one of the most talented artists of all time with his own creative direction and ability. He's bound to make an amazing album. Well, yeah, that's true. But this is one of the most anticipated albums of all time. And if there is anything I've learned over the main few years I've been indulged in music, it's that expectations ruin your listening experience. The same thing can be said for Frank Ocean's new album, or if Lauryn Hill drops another album. The level of anticipation and excitement for these records is bound to leave people disappointed, despite how great these albums may be. The level of expectation just bubbles to a point where, to be honest, it's unhealthy for the listener and for the artist, and that can be said for this 3 Stacks record. It literally became a meme because people thought it would just never release. That's why this Killer Mike news is groundbreaking. People are expecting one of the greatest albums of all time, and that just isn't fair on Andre. Will he deliver an amazing album? An incredible experience? Absolutely, even if it isn't what people expect. So what can we expect? Well, if this album does actually release, which, trust me, I'm still very skeptical about despite this Killer Mike stuff, then I'd expect something similar to The Love Below, to be honest. Andre exploring his soul, funk, pop and R&B influences. Obviously this time, with it being his own project, he would have a lot more creative control, which is the part that should excite people the most. But the man has delivered some of the greatest rap features ever over the last 15 years. So maybe, just maybe, we can get some of those solo 3 Stacks hip hop tracks that everyone is just begging for and has been craving ever since Outkast debuted. I think there are some features which are just pretty much certain at this point. I do think James Blake is 100% at this point, 2 of the best creatives in the industry and have delivered in the past. I think Killer Mike is pretty much spot on from his interview. He recently got a rare Andre feature, and obviously Outkast were the ones who put Mike on all them years ago on Stankonia. And I have a feeling Future would be on there. Future is an Atlanta legend, possibly up there with Outkast for the impact he's had on the South. Obviously he was a part of Dungeon Family as well, who were a huge part of all the Outkast albums. And there's a clear level of respect there, so I can just envision him being on a new Andre 3000 album. Kanye, Big Boy, and so many others are all possibilities, but the truth is, I believe Andre could carry a solo album on his own. He's one of the best we've ever had, a true creative, an artist who was ahead of his time. Just listen to Stankonia now. That album sounds like it could come out this year and still be innovative. A solo album is bound to be amazing, but I just want everyone to keep their expectations down. Appreciate the album that gets put in front of them. Digest it. It's one of the most anticipated albums of all time. I'm still very skeptical. It's possible Killer Mike was just saying this to promote his new album to gain traction, but I guess we'll just wait and see. But there's one thing though, I fucking hope it does happen. Okay, well I'm pretty much done with editing this video, and it turns out Killer Mike's a big fucking liar. I suppose everything in this video still stands. I was correct about him just promoting his album using Andre's name, which is really annoying. But everything in the video still stands, all the features I said about not getting your hopes up, about it possibly being the greatest album ever. So yeah, don't trust a word Killer Mike says, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, it helps more than you could ever imagine. And I'll see you in the next one.